Hey guys, welcome back to Monster Mythology Lore. My name is Scott Halverson and I will be talking about new monsters for the rest of the year for 52 weeks. And we're going to change format up a little bit. And the format is going to be like this. We are going to go ahead and we're going to start the video off. We're going to talk to you in person and we're going to have some conversation. And then we're going to go ahead and go to a picture of the the monster in various forms. And yeah, we're just going to talk. And that way, when you're driving home, you can listen to this. Or if you don't want to watch the video, that's fine. You don't have to see this face the whole time. That's awesome. I want you to be able to see what we're talking about and enjoy just listening to what we have to say about it. So with that said, the first one of 2018 is going to be the purple worm. So, the purple worm, what is it? It is a gigantic, ferocious, man-eating, dog-eating, cow-eating, elephant-eating beast. Well, maybe not elephants, but either way, they're pretty crazy. They are the largest of the worms. There's also some minor worms that could be underneath the purple worm, the rot grub, the bookworm, the giant bloodworm, but forget those. We may go back to those someday. But today we're talking about the purple worm because he is terrifying. We want to start 2018 out with a big bang, and here we go. So, purple worms are a constant threat to subterranean explorers. So if you're in the Underdark or anywhere, in any campaign world where you're underground, you have a chance of running into one of these big beasts. They're all burrowers. They long cylindrical shapes, as you can see by the picture. Adult purple worms can get anywhere from 8 to 9 feet in diameter. If you take a minute and you just think about how big that is ridiculous. And then somewhere between 140 and 150 feet. Now, these are the second edition, first edition stats. The fifth edition stats, of course, we're going to go over that and we'll see what changes. The worms attack by biting. An attack roll that required a score to hit by 4 or more indicates the victim has been swallowed. So chances are pretty good that if he hits you, he's just going to swallow you, and that'll be the end of it. The minute you get into the gut of the big beast, the worm will slowly start digesting you. In second edition, a swallowed creature dies in 6 rounds. The creatures can devour creatures up to 8 feet tall and 6 feet wide. So maybe not an elephant, but a very large human or even a Goliath. Yeah, not good. The worm has a stinger on his tail. If you're stung by that and you fail your save, you're dead. Just pretty simple. It's a nasty hooked barb thing, and it's just disgusting. Yeah, purple worm is a very solitary beast. It only seeks companionship to mate, and then the moment the new worm hatches, it burrows into the ground, never to be seen again. As the worm tunnels, it consumes vast amounts of material that are excreted when it returns to its lair. Amongst the discharged substances are precious metals and gems. So, if you can find a purple worm lair, that is pretty awesome. So yeah, that's what's going on, man. Purple worms. There's a variety of purple worms, I guess. The mottled worm is an aquatic variety of the purple worm. It inhabits only shallow bottom muck and often surfaces to search for prey. Otherwise, it's pretty much the same as a purple worm. It just stays underground most of the time. Oh, one thing I didn't note is they can sense prey underground up to 60 feet. So if he's 60 feet below you and he hears you walking, he actually knows you're there. It's a pretty interesting thing. The second type of purple worm is called a thunder herder. It's a desert variety of worm. Think, yeah, terrifying. They travel in herds of 10 to 100. Yes, I said that. These thunder herder worms travel into herds of 10 to 100, several feet under the sand. They feed on small creatures in the sand, their bodies ejecting the sand. They are okay, so these are quite a bit smaller because their bodies are only about 3 to 5 feet in diameter and 10 feet long. And they don't have near the hit points as the bigger, more aggressive, rock-dwelling purple worm, I guess. Their mouths are unable to cause damage, but their passage beneath an area causes an earthquake-like effect. So that is the second edition, first edition, second edition Purple Worm. Now I want to go ahead and now that we've talked about that, I want to go ahead and talk about the 5th edition, since that's what we're selling, and that's what's current edition right now in Wizards of the Coast. And we're going to start off with, yeah, we'll start off with size, and then again, yeah, we'll just talk about its actions and whatever. Again, this is, okay, registered as Gargantuan. Sorry, I think I noted that it was registered as Gigantic, but it's registered as Gargantuan. In 5th edition, they have changed it a little bit on the size, I believe. Maybe they haven't. I don't see anything that says it's just Gargantuan, which means really big. Its traits, it can burrow through rock, solid rock, at half its burrow speed, and leaves a 10-foot diameter tunnel in its wake. That's ridiculously scary. In 5th edition, it has multi-attack. The worm makes 2 attacks, 1 bite and 1 with its stinger. Its bite, it can swallow you. If you are swallowed, then you will be blinded and restrained, and it has total cover against attacks when you are inside of it. Each round, you take 6d6 damage at the start of each worm's turn. That is pretty terrifying. If a worm takes 30 or more damage on a single turn from a creature inside it, the worm does have a shot at regurgitating you. So if you can actually move inside him and you can somehow figure out how to do damage inside, and you do 30 more damage on him, he may puke you up. It's hard to say. Either way, 66 damage per round, and you will slowly die. And maybe not even that slow if he gets good rolls. His tail attack, again, is pretty freaking nasty. This one's no insta-death, though, so that's kind of nice. You only take 12d6 damage. That's nothing, right? But on half, you get half of that if you save. So at the minimum, you're going to take 66 if he hits you with the tail sting. That's pretty crazy. His challenge rating is 15, which is in the middle. It's still pretty high. He's got, 15d20 hit points plus 90, so they average it out about 247 hit points for 5th edition, and that's pretty crazy. So yeah, either way, he has blind sight and tremor sense, so he can obviously detect you and all that good stuff. He moves 50 feet speed, but he can burrow at 30 feet, which is double, if he's going through solid rock. So there you are. That is really what it is. That is the giant purple worm. It is a terrifying, scary beast, and if your characters are just getting sick and tired of fighting hordes of goblins and hordes of everything else, then what you need to do is you go ahead and just throw a little purple worm at him. Or if they're in the desert, you throw a whole herd of them at you, the thunder herders, and you just watch the ground collapse beneath them. That would be absolutely terrifying and fun. And maybe someday I'll try it on one of my players. Anyway, so yeah, here we are. This is the end of the first video of 2018. I thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next week. We will be moving on to the next beast, and until next time, my name is Scott. You call me Guff, signing off.